House Bill 1878 was signed by Governor Parson just over 3 weeks ago. This piece of legislature brings with it a number of changes to the Missouri election process. KQ2's Courtney Rowe tells us more about the bill and who will be impacted the most.
Meet Hannah Berry. She is one of many Missourians being impacted by House Bill 1878.
I'm moving abroad in less than 2 months now, and I will continue to have to pay income taxes to the country which I am not living in at the time, but I will have pretty much no say in what goes on in state elections in Missouri, even though my family's still here and things like that, and I'm still paying taxes to the United States.
The bill introduced many procedure changes for Missouri elections that will go into effect as early as August 28th. Along with the elimination of mail-in ballots, another area of concern within the bill is the addition of a photo ID requirement.
In the November general election, you would be required to present a government-issued photo ID instead of, like a bank statement or a utility bill or just your voter ID card. You actually now have to have a specific voter photo ID.
While these changes may not appear to have great implications, there are many different groups of people aside from those living abroad who will feel the effects.
These laws clearly and overwhelmingly disadvantage minority groups. They clearly and overwhelmingly disadvantage older people as well. Generally, it also tends to fall hard on people who, for example, don't already have a driver's license because they don't own a vehicle and don't drive. Obviously, there's overlap there with people in urban areas.
Another affected population would be those with a disability who can't easily go get the necessary materials for an absentee ballot, or in other cases, can't get into the polls due to lack of accessibility.
I mean, the last voting center I went to wasn't even ADA accessible, so we couldn't even have people getting in and out of the building. If somebody who has mobility does make an effort financially and physically to get to a polling station and then they can't even access the poll station, it's things from the physical limitations all through bills like this that are just really enraging.
People like Berry and Campbell believe that providing all eligible Missourians with the opportunity to vote is necessary, and by making it less accessible, true democracy is at stake.
If we want to try to continue to claim that we are this beacon of light or this shining city on a hill that Reagan famously mentioned, and if we're going to be the example for democracy, free and fair elections, an open representative system, I don't understand why we would continue to take steps to make it more difficult for people to vote.
Reporting, Courtney Rowe, KQ2 News.
Other changes to Missouri elections outlined in the bill include the elimination of the presidential primary, as well as requiring voters to register their political affiliation.